what's your story? What age are you right now? What's your hobbies before, making part of the AI esports?
My name is Lucas. I'm 21. I have a few hobbies, mostly related to gaming and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
AI came about quite interestingly, I would say. It just kind of came out of nowhere for me. Initially, I didn't want to try it. I wanted to do my assignments myself. But once I started using it, I mean, it was really useful. You don't necessarily copy everything. You can learn a lot from AI. So yeah, that's kind of my story.
Okay, agree. Well, just a follow-up question though. When you mentioned about suddenly it popped out, like
Yeah,
what age did you start using AI?
probably around 19 or 18. I forgot.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's
Yeah,
been 3 years ongoing. Okay, that's
yeah.
what was the first AI tools that you used?
Hat GPT. That was the first one that got famous. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Right now we have Elijah. Hi, Elijah.
I'm Elijah, so I'm currently studying computer science. So what makes me love AI is the fact that it can help you do a lot of stuff, such as like coding, give you certain answers to certain questions. Uh, and my biggest takeaway from this conversation would be that there are a lot of AIs that I didn't know about that can be very helpful in my
Mhm.
uni.
How do you think AI is going to change the world? So let's think about this. Not really world. I want to make it. I want to make sure that this will be realistic with you, with both of you, since you guys are studying. Let's start with your school community. How do you think AI can change your community? In what factor? Elijah.
In my community, AI plays a big role in terms of helping to analyze and summarize reports. Yeah, so for example, in a part-time job that I used to work, so they all have a lot of like written reports, a lot of like not even written, like you type in computer reports. So sometimes we have to like go through those reports, and I think we can call it lazy. We just throw it to AI. Help me generate a so-called summary, but it's quite on point with what the AI did lah. Like the summary
Okay.
actually makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that, Elijah. How about you, Lucas? What's your input on that? Same
I think
question.
it's I think it's quite interesting. Especially when it comes to school and unis, right? If you think about it, you can kind of integrate it into classes where teachers would be teaching the class, right? And there would be an AI listening. And so if the students have any questions, rather than always having to find the lecturer or teachers, they can
Yeah.
actually find their so-called AI teacher specific for this subject or whatever, so that whatever the teacher's teaching is the same answers you're getting back from the AI rather than a general knowledge thingy from AI itself. This is
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure all the what I call it syllabus and everything aligns for the students. So of course, if that comes into the future, I mean, in the future, this comes into play, it will be, I think, quite useful and yeah, very good for the students. Yeah.
So thanks for that input. I myself, looking at it as something that is very useful, time saving, not just for the students, but for the parents, for everybody. But this is the last, and I mean, first two last questions that I have. I think this is something that you can think about. Um, Given that AI will be helping your community, Elijah, is it gonna be scary, or is it going to be useful for you, for the community? I think that's the questions that that I've been wanting to ask to everyone, since AI is a big thing for everybody. And 5 years ago, AI is not yet there. Maybe it's there, but it's not yet, it's not that established. But as a 2021 years old, what do you think AI can do? Is it going to be scary in the future, Elijah?
Uh, I think it is a double-edged sword because at one point it can save you a lot of time. But because it saves you a lot of time, you will lose. Some people will lose certain jobs. I would say redundant tasks like very repetitive can be done by AI.
Yeah.
But things that need more specific skills or very no need to go through a lot of things, those will require man labor. Those are things that AI can replace.
Okay, nice input. How about you, Lucas? Same questions. Is AI scary in the future, or are you scared?
Uh, Definitely. I mean, there's always been like a movie thing, right? It's like, ooh, AI takes over the world, right? It's always been a movie thing until we start to
Mm.
see signs of it. There is reports recently on a few models where if you threaten to shut down the model, they do rebel. I'm not
Mm.
going to get into the details, but yeah, there is things like that. So as far as we are using AI right now, it's mostly just chatbots and stuff. But
Okay.
what if they actually start integrating it into robots and stuff, and they haven't solved this key issue of being able to shut them down whenever? So that's when it'll be really scary. Yeah.
Okay, all right, got it. Well, if you ask me, to be honest, no, a little bit, but it is very helpful in the
Yeah.
future. Yeah, right. So I think my last question would be, it's more about your interest in the AI. So let's move away from the scary part, but let's move away on the positive side of AI. The reason why I ask is because I want to make sure that you love the AI, your profession is here. Not that profession is here, it's just that, I think everyone must be equipped and knowledgeable with AI. Lucas, what profession interests you in the future?
There's two main things I would say. One is completely unrelated. So let's start with the related one.
Okay.
I study data analytics. So
Mm-hmm.
I think so far data analytics, it makes sense to me. That's why I kind of enjoy it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So something in the data analytics field. If not, my real passion is randomly with cars. Really interested in luxury cars and stuff. So I
Oh.
can see myself selling cars and being very happy. So I don't
Oh.
mind.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see, I see. How about the related one?
Related one's the data analytics because
Data
I'm studying data
analytics.
analytics.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see. All right. So you like selling cars.
Yeah. I think I can sell stuff ish, right? And given I really like luxury cars, I think I can
Mm.
do that. I think, yeah.
Okay, well, interesting. At the very young age, 21. Um, how about you, Elijah? What profession interests you in the future about AI?
My latest idea or goal in terms of AI is to help small businesses or maybe like uh medium businesses to actually use AI. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
like create a certain AI specifically for that field. Let's say a small business shop trying to uh like a restaurant ordering
Mm-hmm.
system or like to generate receipts, reports, incomes, like for to target small businesses lah. Yeah, to use
Okay.
AI to help them.
Interesting. I love that initiative. Both of you have amazing interests in the future. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do have Elijah and Lucas here one more time.
Three, two, one.
Hello, 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 hello. Hi everyone. Apa khabar Malaysia? Mary, how are you doing today?
I'm very good. I'm very excited today. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday for that.
Yes, Tuesday, everyone, right? So just a quick shout out to all our competitors behind, waiting for them to enter. My name is Fadaus, and together with me is Mary. Will be your casters for today. We got a fantastic lineup of our first batch of participants. If you're wondering, right, Mary, where are you based? Where are you from?
Of course, I'm based here in the Philippines. Oh, Firdaus, you haven't
Right.
been here.
Yes, I haven't been here. It's largely Southeast Asian thingy. So let me we've got Malaysia, right?
Mhm.
We've got Philippines, right? But I want to introduce another two more characters who will be helping us today. So I want to introduce to you our two judges, and that's Chris Chen from Singapore and Romy Young. Not from Southeast Asia, but from Canada, right? So welcome, guys, Chris and Romy. How you guys
Welcome.
doing?
Incredible,
Great.
incredible.
Okay. So Chris, just a shout out to Chris, and Chris is actually our angel investor from Singapore. He's a business strategist. He runs an accelerator program helping startups and SMEs scale towards successful exits. Chris is actually the founder of Freedom MBA and Future 500 Accelerator. It's a platform that combines AI and strategy to build world-class
Mhm.
future-ready companies. And he's been with us right since the early days of AI esport. Today he's the judge, and what Chris is really looking at is Chris is really looking for potential ideas to incubate. Is that right, Chris? Just give us a bit of your personal agenda and why you're interested in coming on board and looking at all these ideas.
Yeah. So just to let all of you to understand my own I wouldn't say agenda, but the potential that I see with this platform. Because when Firdaus first came to me about this idea, I think of this platform as an avenue for us to connect with the Gen Zs. Because for those of you who are adults like me, 30s going to 40s, and maybe you are 50s, you'll realize that you have a hard time with connecting with Gen Zs, because the things that they talk, the language that they use, the ideas that they have, the things that they see, it is totally different from us, because they grow up with a with a lot of advanced technology and things like this. So I think it is important for us to create a platform or have an avenue or channel for us to communicate with them, so that we can build the world together with them and see the world from their point of view, to understand what do they really think about the how the world is going, what's happening, and things like this, so that we can co build the world together, so that they are able to take over the world from us. Yeah, that's how I envision the platform to be. Yeah.
Fantastic. Talking about Gen Z, I learned something from my Gen Alpha son, 6'7". You guys about 6'7"? 6'7", yeah. So let me introduce our next judge coming all the way from Canada. I understand it's like 7 a.m. right now, Romy, in Canada. So Romy is an international photographer, speaker, creative technologies, just art, presence, and artificial intelligence. He's a founder of Not2A. It's an intelligent media platform transferring events into AI-powered storytelling ecosystems. So Romy is particularly special in exploring how human creativity and machine intelligence can amplify each other. And he's been around all over the world, right? With his work on visual storytelling. And I think what Romy does is, Chris brings the capital, right? And the business strategies. Romy brings a good mix of empathy, aesthetics, insight to empower the next generation of creators. Romy, right? Love to hear from you.
Thank you, thank you. It's definitely an honor, and thank you so much for having me in this platform today. It was definitely Chris, credit to Chris, connecting me through to Firdaus. And the first time I heard about this too, it was not only about connecting with Gen Z. I have a 5-year-old that's Gen, I don't know, beta now, so that's probably like next level. Trying to connect with the future, I think it's such an important thing to do. But on another level too, it's like connecting cultures. Like I'm personally from Taiwan, and I have a mixed Filipino and Taiwanese background. So the Southeast Asia side of it, I've always um, really withhold and loved the culture of my home. But living here in Canada over 30 years, I see the other side of the world and how the Gen Zs here operate. And I'm trying to see like what kind of, again, that co-building and cohabitating and basically learning about each other like globally. How can that benefit us all together? I think it's very, very interesting. My personal kind of know-how is how people build their presence. So I want to definitely add a next level enhancement through AI for our participants and anyone that's actually watching the live stream too. So yeah, really looking forward and excited about this opportunity to just connect in general with everyone across the world and the young future. Like Chris said, they'll take over pretty soon.
Well, they might have already taken over, right? Okay, thanks so much, Romy and Chris. We'll be hearing from you guys very, very soon. You know what? Next generation people, let's bring them. Let's bring them. Let's bring them. Let's bring our competitors. Let's give a round of
Yeah.
applause, right? To anyone watching from wherever you are. We've got Lucas and Elijah, right? And I believe Lucas and Elijah are both from Help University.
Yay,
Lucas,
welcome,
Elijah, please.
guys.
Lucas, starting from yourself, Lucas, maybe give a short intro of yourself.
I'm Lucas. My name is Lucas. I am 21 this year. Yeah, me and Elijah studies at Help. We have known each other for a while. We do assignments together. Yeah, so I dragged him in here. We're gonna be competing against each other.
Okay.
Apparently, all of a sudden, from teammates to
Right,
enemies.
fantastic. Elijah, yes, very good. Cool. Elijah, how about yourself? Give us a bit more intro about yourself. I see your mom behind, right? So, yeah. Tell us a bit more about yourself, Elijah.
Hi, I'm Elijah, and as what Lucas said, we are currently in the same uni, and we are doing assignments together currently also. Yeah, there's nothing much difference between him and I would say so. Yes, beside the physical parts, yes. Yeah, he may be taller and stronger. Yeah.
Right, very good. You guys are different physically, right? It would be weird if you guys are the same physically. Yeah. Okay, before we start, I just want to do a quick summary of what our Lucas and Elijah will be doing for our audience out there watching, right? Just a quick run through. Elise, can we bring up my screen, right, so that we can tell our viewers, right, what they will be expecting. So this is the first time we are playing AI Esports in Malaysia. In AI Esport is really brought to you by two entities, that's Events Kenya and NCNW. We are doing this as part of the national campaign for mental well-being for youth gamers. And AI Esport wants to identify our Malaysian Varsity champion, right, in AI Esport this year. Now, what will the competitors will be doing? Okay, so there's a challenge statement, right? So what happened is our competitors will be using their skills in generative AI and of course their ability to think of solutions, right, to solve this one particular challenge, which is uncontrolled smartphone use and app addiction contribute to poor mental health and lack of focus. So the challenge is to use the device itself to encourage concentration, not distraction, right? So that's the challenge statement. Now, what is this empty stage thingy, right, that you see? Now, that's us pushing the boundaries of solutioning by introducing something interesting, something called lateral thinking. Empty stage is something that our competitors will have to use in their solutioning. So we're not sure how they're going to use it. It might be in the way they transmit the images. It might be in the way they think of the idea. It's just that empty stage must be a theme, must be a concept that they use to find a solution to this problem of uncontrolled smartphone use and app addiction, right? So real world problems our competitors are solving today. How long do they get? So the whole game is 60. They get 30 minutes to ideate and create. And Mary and I will be running through the entire process with you. We'll be looking at Lucas's screen, Elijah's screen, right? We'll be picking up some of the interesting things that they've done. And another 30 minutes for them to present their ideas to the judges, right? What will they be creating? First of all, they'll be a live generated visual, right? Which is an image that represents all of what they're trying to solve and how they're going to solve it. They will be producing a live video. Check it out, guys, right? A live video. So you guys get to see how actual competitors use generative AI in the real world in 30 minutes to produce live videos that explains the concept. And the last thing they'll be producing is a deck or a website that explains the key points of their solution, and we are really looking out for novel solutions. Now, what will the judges be judging them on? So judging will be based on these three things, right? First of all, the strength of their concept, because as much as this is a generative AI challenge, one of the greatest things that we want to test is the ability for human beings to solve problems. So we're looking at creativity, concept, strength of the idea. Then we're looking at how they articulate the idea. So these are very human skills. And of course, last but not least, we'll be also assessing their generative AI skills, quality of video, quality of assets produced. So those are the things that we'll be judging on. And Romy and Chris will be jumping on board in the last 30 minutes, right, to help us judge the work of the creators. All right. So that's an overview. Let's get to see Elijah and Lucas. You guys can start sharing your screens. Okay, the challenge again, as I have said, as you guys share screen, is finding a solution to uncontrolled smartphone use and app addiction that led to poor mental health and lack of focus. And they have to use empty stage, right, as a way by which they solve. That's the lateral thinking part. That's like, we are ready. Lucas and Elijah, you guys ready? Give me the thumbs up. You all got your game face on. You guys were teammates. Now you guys are competitors, but friendly lah. Okay, boleh ah. All right. If you're ready, let's go. 3, 2, 1. 30 minutes starts now. Let's take a look, Mary. How often do you use your smartphone?
Well, safe to say every 5 minutes. It's my life. I have to look at my kids on the CCTV
Right.
because,
So you
they're growing.
get your phone every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, even if I don't want to,
Okay, very cool.
how about you? How
And
long?
how long do you
I
spend
know
on your
you.
phone?
You're
How
you're
many?
kind
Yeah,
of
so
you're
actually,
kind of yeah. You're kind of antisocial.
yeah. Yeah, I'm quite like antisocial. You're right. I don't have like a social media presence, so a lot of people think like before they know me, they think like I'm out to scam people because they find me on Facebook and they can't find me. I try to limit myself. It's really hard. I've got like so I've got a timer on my phone. It's about 2.5 hours every day on the phone. I
Oh,
try
that's
to
a
keep it
lot. I
within 3
cannot do
hours.
that.
You can do
Doing
that?
what?
Okay.
Yeah, I cannot do that. My eyes will go. Is it TikTok? Are you using TikTok?
Yeah, no, yeah, I install and reinstall TikTok times, depending on my
Okay.
on
Oh,
my
Chris.
on my guiltiness for the yeah. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
let's take a look at what our competitors doing. Okay, let's take a look at Lucas's screen. Because on Lucas's screen, let's look at that. Okay, Lucas is using what AI platform are they using? Is that
I think
ChatGPT?
yeah,
ChatGPT, right?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, okay. And eating with ChatGPT, and I think it looks like he is starting with the ideating for the
Mm-hmm.
solutioning. What Gen AI platform do you use, Mary, in your
My
in
favorite is
your
Gemini.
day-to-day AI usage? Gemini?
My friend is Gemini. I can create everything. I think I mentioned this to you. I have recently renovated my house and I used Gemini. It's a game changer,
Oh,
guys. You should use it.
yeah. So
It's a
Gemini,
game
if you're
changer.
hearing this, anyone from Google, please reach out to us and give us free credits, right? Sponsor us so that our creators can create. Let's look at Elijah. Elijah is also using ChatGPT, and I think both of them are starting
Mm-hmm.
um, just ideating using ChatGPT. It'll be very interesting to see, how they use different platforms for different type of work. I know competitors, I mean, that we had on before in our trial, they use multimodal AI platforms. So maybe I'm interested to know also as well what other platforms that Elijah and Lucas use. And I think ChatGPT is something that they use to get the ball rolling. Okay. So yeah, so we're not gonna kind of say their ideas out loud. It is a competition, but it does look like Elijah and Lucas both have got a good underpinning of what their ideas are going to look like. Yeah, so very keen to see how they take this forward. And how much time has passed? Let's see.
Can we show the timer? Let's see. Do we have timer on screen?
You will start the timer. Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, going back to our
Right.
conversation,
You know,
you antisocial. Chris just chatted on our private chat. You usually reply after
yeah.
hours. I attest on that. He does that.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's not there. It's I mean, I could be a bit more speedier in my replies. Yeah, but you know, right. Okay. Uh, I'm also keen to hear about the Gen AI of our judges. So maybe let's bring Romy and Chris on board and just want to give them a quick question about which Gen AI platform they use between people of different age group, right? Chris, what do you use? What's your Gen AI platform that you go to?
So usually I use ChatGPT to kind of treat it like a discussion partner. So I discuss with him, and then he'll reply back with his analysis or whatever, right? And that's how I interact with ChatGPT. In terms of search online, I'll use Perplexity because I have a pro version of that. I got it for
right.
free. so I kind of use it to search online to find the infos that I need. And in terms of generating reports, consolidating infos and research and things like this, I will use Manus AI. Yeah, Manus AI is fantastic. Yeah, it is fantastic on generating
all right.
reports, doing research. I don't really use it to generate like presentation slides and things like this, because I feel that because I mean I myself is a public speaker, so I understand the flow of what's required in the presentation slide, and I find that AI is still a bit lacking in this area. Although if you're talking about just having just satisfying general demands for presentation slide, I think Manus AI can do it. But in terms of me wanting to have a better slide flow and presentation flow of the content, I think Manus AI still have a bit of more work to do. Yeah, in that area. So these are the three AI tools that I use.
Sorry,
Right,
Chris, what was that
fantastic.
again? Your favorite?
Manus.
I didn't get. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah,
I'll
Manus
copy
AI.
that. Okay, I'll copy that. How about you, Rami?
For sure.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
the
Before
first
we
two
go in,
is
yeah,
basically the same, I
I
think,
copy
with
that.
Chris.
Okay.
So I know he's been calling ChatGPT him already, so he's pretty close to a relationship. Well, I think I do the same. Like it's seriously every 5 minutes. I ideate. I ask it
Mm-hmm.
for recommendations. Like for me, on a health standpoint, I've been doing keto for a while now, and AI
Mm-hmm.
is being able to like convert all that for me, convert my workouts specifically to the overusage of my muscles, being my age of I'm hitting 45 this Saturday, so I'm definitely officially middle aged this Saturday. So AI has not only helped in the ideation side, but actually the practical living side, I think is very powerful. So ChatGPT is my number one. Perplexity, again, my number two also, Chris. In terms of proper research, I think that Perplexity is fantastic because it actually gives you the sources of where it's sourced these things. So it's not AI slop that we know it. Like there's just so much out there. Some of them are hilarious. Like I think Sora AI from OpenAI recently with the video site is really fun to watch. But again, there's this risk of doom scrolling too with all this stuff like through TikTok, through Facebook. So as a creative myself, being in photography for over 25 years, I try to use AI to build and create rather than. So a big way that I use it is compress information. So summarizing and stuff too to make it compact so I can absorb quickly, but also expand my own. Like if I have a few keywords that I want to blend or ideas that I want to blend, I can use AI to expand that thought really, really quickly too. The third one I use a lot personally is Photoshop and Lightroom, because like with the generated AI side with Nano Banana right now, uh, Google Gemini I think 2.5 is incredible. Like there's a lot of things that you don't fix anymore. You just ask for what you want, and
Yeah.
then you just circle it, and it plops in. So there's a lot of shifts right now in terms of creatives, where if you're a creative yourself watching this, like how do you think of ideas that are really outside of the box, that lateral thinking that I think the platform itself has talked about. I always think of in the extremes of zeros and ones, and then I bring it back to kind of where the normals are. So yeah, highly recommend exploring with AI. If you've never touched AI, treat it like a very smart friend that knows a lot, and just ask it anything. They talk a lot about like prompt engineering and all that. It's cool to have structure, but like how do you actually explore and not be afraid to touch AI? Because my mom, for example, she's 71 at the end of this year, and I've constantly been pushing her since ChatGPT started. Like, don't be afraid. Like, if you don't know how to email a person, take the email, and use
Yeah.
AI to help you respond. And then it's kind of self-fulfilling too, because I really don't want to help her right away. So I'm like, go look, go use the AI first, and then come back to me. And then I think a lot of people, you'll be able to use AI as a support, and really for you to explore more. Initially, it can be this like a great assist, like your best sidekick that will help you live life better. But additionally, it can help you explore new ideas that you've never thought about. And I think that's the real power of it, because a lot of people say you don't know what you don't know, which I think is the
Yeah.
scariest place to be, where AI can actually expand those horizons for you to potentially. And events like this where we get to put people together, and a lot of this group thinking, you can always explore each other's thoughts, is super, super powerful. So no, yeah, sorry on going really long-winded, but it's the same first two. And Photoshop is where I've been using a lot recently. I've been using Blink and Lovable a lot to do
Mm.
SaaS,
All
so
lovable.
software
So you've
as
been
a
doing a
service.
lot of AI agent creation. Cool. We would
Yeah,
like to kind of
those are
dive deeper into some of the stuff, especially how your work as creative has changed. But let's look into what our competitors are doing. So thanks, Chris and Romy. We'll bring you on
Ooh.
board for some more conversations later. Let's look at Lucas. Lucas is I saw Lucas logging into one AI platform called OpenAI. Um, um, so yeah, so Lucas, what stage are you at? If you can kind of give us a bit of background about what are you currently doing right now? What stage are you at? Because
I
if
am
you're
at
free of
the stage
conversation
of
with us.
panic. I can't find
Panic.
the
Okay, very good. Yeah, yeah.
can't find. I
We
mean,
wanted to make all the yeah.
trying to find
Yeah.
a what do you call this AI that makes decent videos. I have like 5 seconds ones and 8 seconds
Okay.
ones, but I'm trying to find one that makes like 12 seconds ones for free.
Okay.
Can't really find it though, but I think
Right.
8 seconds will suffice.
Yeah. So I see that you're using like you're using VO3, right, for your video. Is that your video gen AI platform of choice, or is there something
Actually
else that you
using
guys are using?
VO2 because
VO2. Okay.
VO3
Right.
doesn't work. Yeah, VO3 doesn't work unless you have some API or whatever.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
strange. Okay. Yeah. So Google will just sort this out, right? Yeah. Let our creators create, right? Okay. Don't disturb you some more, right? Don't disturb you some more. Okay. Because when go and panic. Yeah. We wanted our Gen Z
Thanks.
people to panic a bit more because you guys are so chill. Elijah, where are you, Elijah? Let's see, Elijah. What's Elijah doing? Elijah is in the midst of creating an app, and I won't be describing what the app is all about because then it wouldn't be fair. But Elijah, it looks like you're using VO3. What stage are you at? If you can kind of give us a bit of insight where you're at right now.
I'm currently hovering the idea between these two images and how I can refine it
Uh-huh.
better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
image part is technically done. I'm trying to find, like what Lucas says, is trying to find a video that is also free, like real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in the early stages of this tournament. So hopefully we'll pump you guys with free credits. So AI platforms, please hear us out. Our creators want free credits from you guys, right? Here's a platform for you guys to showcase the powers of your platform. So Elijah, thanks for that. Thanks for that update. Let's do a quick clock check. Mary, where are we at in terms of time?
I believe we have 20 minutes left. Oh, 17, sorry.
70.
7,
Okay, cool.
yes.
70 minutes.
You still
Okay,
have time,
70 minutes.
guys.
Okay,
Go,
right.
go,
So
go.
yeah, still have time. Yeah, go ahead. Let's continue our most interesting chats. I probably want to kind of ask Romy about. I mean, you seem to be a guy that kind of learned Adobe when it first came out. I mean, given your age, and you're not very far apart in terms of age.
Taking it personally. No, just kidding.
So when Adobe came out, I think what was the first version of Adobe? It was Creative Suite.
Photoshop 3, Adobe Photoshop. I wasn't even in the suite back then. So 3.0 was the first one.
Right.
And
yeah.
then CS, so Creative Suite came out. So that's when I actually explored the full platform. So into Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Premiere Pro, After Effects. So the whole Adobe Suite was available back then. It didn't really get into the cloud side, like Creative Cloud, for
Right.
I think about like 6-7 years ago.
So how is it?
Yeah.
How is it changed now? How has it changed now with AI? How has it changed? Like
Super
yeah.
fast in ideation right now. So in terms of storyboarding, in terms of figuring out ideas, kind of like what Elijah and Lucas are doing right now, where I can set it up really quickly in terms of if the idea looks legit or sound, and if it's worth exploring. Because a lot of times it's people's money that we're playing with, right? So we're not playing with. I always see it as kind of a play too, but it's like we're using their money to help them commercialize an idea or make an idea live. So we have to see we take the least risk to create the most impact, and AI definitely helps a lot in that, where we don't have to worry too much if the idea hasn't worked out in the beginning, or we can ask how can it work out. There's other ways of exploring too. So Adobe itself may not be people's choices. There's a lot of other softwares, like standalone softwares, that you can do for photo editing, video editing, motion graphics now, and it's all through just a prompt. Like you don't even have to say anything. Like presentation wise, actually, there's a really powerful one called Gamma.ai right now. I don't know if you guys have tried it out. It's fantastic. They have a second generation that just came out recently, and it's incredible. It'll lay out all the slides for you, and you can plop in whatever media that you need. But yeah, media has shifted a lot from manual thinking, and it's not just ideation side, it's actually the physical work of layout that we need to do before. But now it's all like it plops out and you're like, okay, that's worth going for, and then you can get a team or you can work with production to figure that out. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks for the insight. Yeah. So a lot of the people that are watching right now would not realize that Adobe came from a long time ago, and there was a time. So I know someone who used to be a creative director when he was in the 1980s, 90s, and that was when he had to manually like create pictures and images. Right. He was an award-winning creative directors as well. So the game for him, and I think that's how AI has changed the game for us. Chris, you've seen lots of startups. You've seen lots of startups, and right where you're,
Right.
for the people watching, and a lot of young people want to jump into this AI bandwagon. What are some of your observations about the AI startup scene right now?
I have bad news and good news. Which one do you want to hear first?
Bad news, please.
Bad news first always. Bad news first always.
Okay, bad news. Always bad news.
Bad news is there's no good news. No, just kidding.
Okay, so I think for the bad news is we are still at a very unclear stage right now in terms of the development of AI. I would say that 99% of the AI startups will go to zero for the next in the next 3 years. Because personally, I've seen 5 startups doing exactly the same thing, solving exactly the same problem, and all being funded by government. And that is not to say that government is they are not doing they don't know what they're doing, right? It is just that even the government don't know which one is going to go, which one is going to fly, right? Which one is going to be successful, right? So that is why they 5 groups of people, they have the same idea, they have the same solution. They come to the government, and government say that, okay, so since I don't know which one is going to be successful, I just invest into all of them, and hopefully one of them will fly. Yeah. So that's the state of AI, the development of AI right now. We are still at a very unclear stage of whether any kind of any whether we don't know whether any of the AI startup will turn to be successful, because we are still not generating revenue yet. We still haven't seen the return yet. Everything is just investment, spend money, and just burn money through. And hopefully we'll see one AI startup turn out successful, right? So that is the bad news. But the good news is, I think AI has been able to level the playing field for a lot of people, right? Even if you don't know anything about coding, even if you don't know anything about let's say UX UI design, or the things that usually you have to hire people in order to get it through. I think AI has been able to level the playing field for a lot of people, which means to say that even if you have very little resources compared to other people, you can also do the same thing as other people as well, right? So for example, for me, I run on a very lean team, right? So if you were to compare me with those people who have like a team of 50s or hundreds, it is impossible for me to compete with them, right? But with AI, I can just design a few AI agents, or workflows and things like this, so that the workflows and agents they are able to complete the work for me, and that is how I'm able to assemble a group of researchers all over the world to do research for me, and I can generate a business report within just 1 hour. It used to take 3 months to generate one
Yeah.
report. Right now, I can just generate it within 1 hour, and it is insane, right? So, I would say that this is the state of AI right now. So there's good news and bad news. And I would say that in order to in order to have more good news than bad news, I would say that every one of you who want to get started with AI and become an entrepreneur, it is really not about the technicality of the AI startup. It is more about bringing your idea, your solution into the market, and that is when you need to have business skills and experience, right? Um, so that one is very important, because even if you have a very good solutions, as long as the buyer don't buy it, then you don't have a business. So this is the unfortunate fact. All right, but for those people who are successful, they definitely have some business experience or business skills in order to bring it to the market, and that's the only way, in my personal point of view, that the AI startup can be successful. Yeah.
All right,
Thanks for that
fantastic. Thanks so much
input.
for that, Tris and Romy. Yeah, Mary, how much time do we have left for our competitors? And I think it's time for us to jump into and look at their screens.
Okay, so we have half, well, we're half of time. We have now, oh, sorry, it's now 9 minutes left. So good luck
Okay.
to the both of you guys.
Okay. And what we are seeing right now is multimodal, multi-AI models that our competitors
yeah.
are using. I see Elijah using Claude. Elijah, what are you using Claude for? What is your Claude usage for? Is it for ideation, or are you creating an asset? Okay, don't disturb
But
him.
I don't think that is helpful. Yeah, I remember Claude
Okay.
doesn't have that particular features yet. Yeah.
Okay. Look at Lucas. Lucas is starting to vibe code. Oh my god. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's take a look at Lucas' screen. Maybe I am quite a vibe coder myself.
Really? Okay. No, I'm not. I'm a lazy type girl. I'm just kidding. I
Yeah.
want the audio feature of the Gemini wherein I could just talk to him
Right.
or her,
Oh, okay. So
and that's it.
you're a talker. Okay. So that's interesting, because a
I'm a
lot of
talker.
Yeah, because a lot of a lot of talk has been said about that, Gen AI platforms are all text based, right? That in the future it will be beyond text based, of course. So vocal based, voice based, maybe thought
Yes.
based. It's still very kind of manual and analog right now because you have to text and input. But looking at Lucas's screen, Lucas, you were vibe coding just now, and I think you were producing maybe an asset, a website. What were you using to vibe code, and how often do you vibe code? Because I know you're a com science student.
I just found out this feature today.
Oh, wow.
Look at that! How
That's
amazing!
Uh,
nice.
yeah. I was using Claude, but Claude is making some weird, funny stuff. So I am honestly just doing both on what do you call
Okay.
this? Google and also Claude. Just trying to see which one's coming out with a better one. So far Google's winning. So yeah.
Ah, right. Very cool. Very cool. Right. Okay. So we've got.
All
I
right.
understand, Mary. How much time do you have left, Mary?
Oh, yeah, I was about to announce. We have 7 minutes left,
Ooh.
gentlemen.
Right.
So I think this is the best time for you to review your output, and we'll take it from there. So I'll be announcing the final time in 3 minutes. So later on, hands up, guys, to be fair, and let's see the result. Good luck, everyone.
Okay. Just
Incredible to see
yeah.
how
At this
you
stage, I
can
just want to bring
quickly
up my
like
screen and just want to show
recreate
everyone.
that.
Right. If you just joined in, right, and you're in the midst of so many people talking and say what's happening, show you what's happening, right? So that they are solving this problem, right, of uncontrolled smartphone use and app addiction. And so they are finding a solution, kind of thrown a bit of a curveball to this problem, which is to use the analogy or the visual of an empty stage. So just want to make the solutioning a bit more um, interesting. So that's the that this company using. Yeah, and our judges, right, will be helping us select, give points. Competitors in the top 8 competitors with the highest points awarded by Chris and Romy throughout the games will qualify to the quarterfinals. So that's how it works for anyone who's just joined in. And I think we could kind of jump into the time. Let's see whether competitors have enough time to finish what they need to finish. What time do you have?
5 minutes left, gentlemen.
Okay. So they need to create 3 assets here, right? Which is, first of all, an image that exemplifies the concept, and then a video that explains their solution, and a vibe coded deck or website that kind of gives us a play-by-play description of what their solution is about. And the judges will be judging based on 3 things: the strength of the concept, because this is still an ideation tournament, right? The way how they articulate the idea, which is extremely important in this world of startups, and of course their skills in generative AI. And in 5 minutes, what we are seeing here is Lucas's screen. Lucas's is still using ChatGPT, and I think he's doing this technique called meta prompting, where he's asking a prompt from a prompt, right? It's meta prompting. It's something that you use quite often as well. So let's see Elijah, where Elijah is at right now. Looks like Lucas has got all his assets, but he needs to organize them. Elijah is, I think, creating that video now. So Elijah, he's really got a video. So you just gotta make sure that you got enough time to refine the video, Elijah, because I think you got less than 5 minutes now. Using quite an interesting Gen AI platform right now. MGX judges, Chris, Romy, have you used this Gen AI platform before? Do you have any thoughts on this Gen AI platform that Elijah is using?
No, it's new. This is new to me. So I might learn something today. This looks exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I,
Yeah.
I
Cameraman.
haven't
Mhm.
I haven't seen this, in the past at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy, right?
I-
How many AI startups are coming up right now?
that's
One,
what I came for.
I think
2
over
minutes.
100 every day.
Sorry, guys.
2
2
minutes.
No.
minutes.
2
All right,
minutes.
Mary. Okay.
I'm nervous as well.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
it is a number of assets that they got to produce, right?
Yep.
I'm really excited to hear the solutions that they are going to create. I think the
Me too.
solutioning is, yeah. So this is a personal opinion, and I just want to ask the three of you, right? Without generative AI helping us kind of speed up our ideas, what is the usual time that you think a person or team usually needs to have in order for them to create something meaningful without Gen AI, right? What's
Like
your
an
feel on
MVP,
that?
like a minimum
Yeah. How
viable
much time?
product.
Yeah, how much
At
time
least
has
3
Gen
months
AI
to
saved
start
us?
the first stage. At least 3 months, maybe. Yeah.
3 months. Romy said 3
Yeah.
months. Chris, what's your thoughts on this? Before Gen AI, right? How long did this used to take?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on how what is your product, right? If let's say it is a software and you're a software engineer by yourself, I think you can do it by yourself pretty easily. But of course, it'll take like months, like what Romy said. But if you're doing like physical products, it is practically impossible. If let's say you don't have an industrial designer,
Yeah,
and you don't have someone
Sam
who understands
Altman.
materials, and of course you have to communicate with the manufacturer and things like this. You have to go back and forth, and it will probably take about half a year or even to up to 1 year. So it really depends. But yeah, so that is why I think Gen AI has been able to level the playing field in terms of even if you don't have such expertise, AI is there for you to at least get your basics right, so that you can take what is basic and just continue to work from there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, he had a very interesting line. He said that this is the era of the ideas guy, right? Like if you've got an idea now, you can create. I would think that I'm very much like an ideas guy. I've never had technical skills, but yeah, but I could vibe now, right? And my wife is telling me to shut up about it because that's the only thing I talk about, right? The era of the ideas guy, right? From idea to execution, I think is really, really fast. Mary, how much time do we have? I think we are on the clock, right? Minutes?
Yes.
What's the time now?
Yeah. So we have.
So the last 5 minutes
4
starts
minutes.
now.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, 4 minutes now. Lucas, Elijah, you got 4 more minutes. Do you generate AI assets? And and we are really looking forward to seeing what you can create. Okay, let's focus on your screens now. Elise, let's get a load on how our competitors are spending their last 4 minutes flurrying. So we're seeing vibe coding now. We're seeing Elijah creating, I would say, an avatar. Oh, that's interesting. He's creating an avatar, and he's vibe coding it. Is this HTML or is it Java? Okay, so we're seeing Elijah vibe coding it. Okay, and look at Elijah's prompt, right? Creating subtitles when AI is listening and talking the box below with all the different sentences, making it smaller and minimalist. Okay, so that's cool. He's actually trying to create the prompt. I think the text box where the prompt comes out. I'm not sure, but we're looking forward to see what Elijah can create. All right, cool. He's creating an AI agent. Mary, check this out. How do you like the design? How do you like Elijah's design?
I can't judge right now. Later on. Not to be biased.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't be giving too much away. Let's look at
I
Lucas's
know,
screen.
right?
He's wearing his hat. Yeah. How much time do you have left? Anyways.
We have 3 minutes.
Okay.
As
Wow. timer's really counting down. Lucas is at the stage where he's still yeah, okay, I see. So he's got a mock-up already.
Yeah.
He's got a mock-up. Okay, and it's like a timer of sorts, right? I think this might be an app. Let's take a look at Lucas's prompt. Okay, his prompt is okay. So so both competitors are really fine tuning, right? Which is really interesting, May, right?
Yeah.
Like the amount of iterations that makes up a successful output, right? And I've seen this in both Lucas and Elijah, right? I mean, they might be comp science students, but they've got an output and they give mini prompts to just fine tune it. The question I really want to ask them later is how much micro prompts do you have to create to your AI agent or AI platform so that you get it exactly as how you want to see it? So you could see Lucas creating, prompts like make the padding bigger, make the button rounder. So very UI UX focused. As an end user yourself, Mary, how important is the interface to you?
Too
I'll be-
important.
Yeah.
It's
It
super
is.
important.
Mhm.
Super important. I think that's well, user interface. It's how you interface with the device that you're working with, basically, right? So, it doesn't really matter to me, at least from as a creative standpoint. I want to enjoy how I look at my screen a lot because I'm spending a lot of time and committing, time into it. Right now when I see something that's not well designed, no matter how good the content is, I usually just skip it. Yeah, so it has to have an attraction. It's like choosing a significant other. You want to look at someone that you're able to look at for the rest of your life. So it's kind of like when I commit to an app, I want to make sure that it's something that I like, and that's why Apple I think has been so successful from the start because their design has always been forefront focus from like the fonts, the layouts, and stuff. Yeah. So no, sorry to jump in really quickly there.
That is good. I think
Definitely.
thanks for the insight. Let's do a quick check. Mary, I think time's really running down now.
Yes, that's right. So we have 1 minute left.
Oh, 1 more minute. 1 more minute. It's the
I'm excited.
final countdown. Okay, that shows my age. That's all. Okay, so Lucas, 1 more minute. Elijah, 1 more minute. It looks like Lucas is just refining his concept. Let's take a look at Elijah's screen. Elijah is still vibe coding, right? There's a thing about vibe coding, right? You got to get your source file and you got to host it, which might take a bit of time. So Elijah, come on, right? You got less than a minute to do this. Okay. He's writing his file, right? MGI platform is kind of fine-tuning it for him. You guys could see Elijah's process. Let's shift back to Lucas. Mary, remind us again how much time we have. So jump in at any
Oh,
point of time to tell us that
We have
30
30 seconds, gentlemen.
30 seconds.
30
Okay.
seconds.
So heat is on. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I see. Interesting stuff that Lucas is producing, right? Again, competitors,
Yeah.
you must have that stage analogy. You saw it? Did you see it? Mary, did you see what he did?
Yeah,
Okay, really
I
interesting.
think
Something like a curtain is really cool, right? Nice. Mary, do us the honors of counting down once you're ready,
Okay.
right? So that we can.
so. We
give
have
these guys a bit of
okay.
panic.
We have 15 seconds. So I'll do the countdown. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Okay, guys, I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, another one.
It's your call, Mary.
15.
Yeah.
14, 13, 12. Hands up when I count to 1, okay?
Yeah, you
Okay,
gotta
another
put
10
it that, yeah.
seconds. 10,
It's so
9.
good.
I'm very giving, guys. Okay, I think, but okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, hands up, guys.
Hands up.
Congratulations, right? You guys give them a round of applause. That's nice, right? I think it was a big rush. But whoa, I mean, the kind of stuff that you guys are doing is fantastic. we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna play a commercial right now. One of our
Yeah.
sponsors, right? And then we're gonna come back from the short break, and then we're gonna start with Lucas and Elijah presenting their work. Okay, so see you guys in like about a minute. All right, welcome back. Asia and Lucas, I hope you guys had time to kind of arrange your assets, and I hope you guys are ready for your presenting. So, at this stage, we want to put a showcase on you guys to present. The next 30 minutes is for you to present your assets. And of course, our judges, Chris and Romy, will be giving you guys points. Chris and Romy will be asking you guys questions. So Elijah and Lucas, I'm gonna decide who goes or using this tried and tested method that AI that has existed way before AI. Are you guys ready? Right? I'm going to decide who goes first, right? Using this tried and tested method, even before AI came out. This is pre-AI. This is pre-internet, right? It's got scissors, paper, stone on screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there might be a bit of a lag. So this is where the only time slow internet might be to your favor. Right, but okay, if you see your hands, can I see your hands, Elijah and Lucas? And I say scissors, paper, stone. Okay, it's just best of one. You guys, you do a scissors, paper, or stone, right? Okay, let's see whether you guys can do it in just one try. Are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna not show myself, so it leaves on with. Are you ready? Scissors, paper, stone.
Oh no, wait. Who goes first? Winner or loser?
Okay, Lucas, okay, you win. So you decide. Do you want to go first or do you want Elijah
Okay, of course we let Elijah take the floor, no? We let Elijah
to
showcase his
Yes,
beautiful
really.
project.
Okay, Elijah, okay, we'll give you about a few seconds to kind of get your assets ready. Mary and I will be off screen, but you can still see us. Romy, Chris will be on screen, and they will be judging your work right now. Okay, and just to remind everyone again who's watching, what is Elijah and Lucas solving? They are solving this problem of uncontrolled smartphone use and app addiction that contributes to poor mental health. And the challenge is to use the device itself to encourage concentration and not distraction. And just to make the ideating and creating a bit more interesting, they have to use empty stage as a theme to solve this problem. So that's the lateral thinking input. Okay, so Elijah, over to you. Romy and Chris, have fun.
I think for my part, it's kind of very simple. My first idea was to create an AI agent based on Gemini. So it's like the idea was to, how you have, what do you call it? The Alexa and sometimes I forgot the iPhone. What's the person called? Yes, the iPhone AI thingy. Yes, I forgot the name. Yeah. So it's the similar idea. Is instead you just click on the app and then it'll be just you and the AI talking. Yeah. So that it will be much more of focused thing. Because when you're talking to, let's say, Alexa or any AI, the phone AI, you can get distracted by the apps behind it. Yeah, the opacity is not there. Lah. So in this is like you just click on the app, it's just you and the app itself. Yeah. And then for the video, it'll be something like this. Something like this. I don't know how to put it full screen. Let me see. So actually, the idea itself is to, when you're talking and then he'll be talking, then there'll be subtitles below it. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, yeah, I don't know how to make it full screen. There's no full screen button, but yes, it's something like this. Yes, yeah. In terms of coding, yeah, that is a completely different thing because, yeah, I am not that good yet in web coding. So the idea is something like this. Okay, it's completely different from the image itself, but it will be the idea is like, right, so it's listening, then it's talking, then it will show like the subtitle, and then from here you can see the conversation history. Yeah, so it's a simple things lah. It's a simple, very simple AI app to help make you to be more focused. Like you don't get distracted by other features. It's just you and the AI itself. You talk, he listens, he talks, and then you can get some ideas. Yeah, I think yes, that's all. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Elijah, I just had a question. If you had an additional, let's say 15 minutes, what would you like to add or change?
If I got more time, I'll actually spend the time exploring other AI that can actually help code out. Like the one that Lucas is using is like Google AI Studio. I never really got much into it because yeah, it's kind of complicated for me. Yes, I'll actually use that. From the way that Lucas is using it, it's kind of more. You can fine tune it even better. Yes.
I don't know, Chris, if you have anything, I have something to add on,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, please go ahead. Okay. Um, and I guess looking at from a perspective of if the tools wasn't the challenge here, or the thing that's not letting you do something, what would the idea be if you can extend it a little further? Like what ideas would you add rather than the tools that you're going to be using to make improvements? Yeah.
Again, I'm a little bit
Oh, so
lost.
sorry. So it's like, is this the final idea that you can create, or is there something that you wanted to refine more? And I'm saying it's not prohibited by the tool itself. If the tools wasn't a like it's not prohibiting you, is this the final product that you would want to deliver?
No, because yeah, no, because there always be something that could improve based on the user and user experience. But if all this thing was an issue, I will personally fall back into hard coding. Yeah.
Oh,
So that I can actually know what I want based on I can type in like certain code to say that okay, I want this particular thing. It's very specific. Because these are things that sometimes even AI couldn't really show you what you want, couldn't do what you want. Yeah. But
okay.
AI will be for me is like right here is it could generate me the framework, and then from
Mm,
there I could code it myself lah.
yes. Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so for me, I think one questions that I would like to ask is because we are tackling the problem of being focused, right? So I mean, at least for me, whenever I try to tackle a problem, I need to have core belief of how I can solve the problem, and then I piece everything. Like for example, if, in order to have this kind of solution, then what are the kind of elements or what are the kind of ingredients I need to prepare or need to have, right? So for Elijah, do you have a core belief of how you can tackle the problem, and that is why you come up with this kind of idea? So I want to understand your thought process a little bit.
So like the reason behind why I choose to create an AI agent. Okay, so in this speaking from my own personal experience is that uh, in uni, not only in my uni but in other unis in Malaysia, we are those people that actually they want to study, they want to have more focus. They actually go to the library or go to a cafe when they are how to say they're alone lah. But oftentimes not everyone tends to like to do things alone. They like to have someone companion. So it's like a 50-50% chance. Some may say, oh, I want to do it alone. Some say, I want to do it with my friends. We can discuss. So I think this is where I create this AI agent to be like in the middle point. So you won't get too lonely. At the same time, the AI agent is like at the background there. You can ask certain questions. They can give you that certain answer. Yeah. Of course, it is not as good as having friends. To some may compare, but it's just a middle point, a standpoint between lonely and friends. Yes.
I see. So meaning to say that you want to tell. So if let's say we were to tell other people, hey, please use my app. How would you describe it to other people?
I would tell them to be okay. Let's say if I was alone, And then I met Lucas alone studying a lot. I said, hey Lucas, instead of you keep on typing the chat GPT and then you keep on asking a question or search online, you can just simply talk to the app itself. Yeah, and then you can get an answer straight away. Rather than you need to wait and then you type again, you're hands free. Yeah, you're hands free. Yeah. So I think this is the guideline on how I will actually promote my app. If yeah.
Okay, understand. Yeah, I think Fidaus, I think that's all the questions I have. So how should we go forward?
Okay. Okay. Cool. Sorry. Okay. Thanks for Elijah for that. I mean, it's 30 minutes. The fact that you created something from scratch in 30 minutes is really remarkable. And I think we really like the ideas behind it. Well done, Elijah. Thank you so much. I give them a round of applause. Fantastic. Okay, let's bring in Lucas now. Lucas, and it's now your time to kind of present your idea like how Elijah has, and I'll pass the time over
Alright.
to our judges,
Good
Romy and Chris.
morning. So we'll be starting with the image, right? Well, I have a few. I think I'll just pick this. Yeah, more or less the same, right? The general concept is at this stage. So my idea was it was more or less basically your phone just sitting at the side with kind of a calm, like calm, soothing background where there's basically nothing on your phone. Right. And of course, one of the major factors of being distracted by your phone is the notifications. We'll get into that later, but basically, long story short, everything is muted. Like you won't get notifications and stuff except for emergencies, like phone calls. So phone calls are allowed. Other than that, it'll all be basically what do you call this? Muted. Yeah, it won't show up. Except for a little special feature, which I'll show you later. So basically, this is the image. It's basically just the phone there, not distracting the what do you call this, the user while they're studying or doing whatever it is. Okay, and as for the video, well, the phone is standing upright to show you the app. But yeah, basically, it's just gonna be sitting wherever you set it on the table, and you see the messages or like notifications you get, right? It won't be like showing up. It's just that, oh, you have a message, but they won't show you anything or whatever. Not That's kind of the general idea of it. And now we get to the fun part, which is the app. Can you go full screen? Oh, you can. Oh, well, never mind. Anyway, so this is the app, right? So it's called Zen mode, right? Or Zen, something like that. It's like I said, the general idea is having something soothing, like wavy in the background. So I don't know if you can really see through this stream, but the background is moving and animating just a little bit like water flowing, just a little bit. And there's also a setting for you to choose different backgrounds if you prefer other colors. And then you have basically a few modes that you can go into. I think the most general and most all-in-one mode is actually the relax mode, where you just click into it and then basically just leave it there. So before you go into the actual mode, you can set the duration. Let's say an hour, right? 60 minutes. So you enter it and then you just leave your phone there. And so you can see the exit, right? That only comes up when you click it. If you don't click anything, it's just a screen there idling. And let's say you're done studying and everything. When you click exit, instead of having to just click exit and go out straight away, I kind of came up with this. Well, I think ChatGPT, not ChatGPT, Gemini came up with this idea where instead of just being able to switch through different apps so easily, right? You would have to actually think about it twice. You have to hold the button rather than just click and just exit and switch, right? So this makes it so that when you exit the phone or exit the mode, it gives you time to think whether you do want to exit it or not, or you're actually just distracting yourself. Or at least that's the concept behind it. Other than that, there's other modes such as note editor, where you can just write the stuff here. And then again, when you exit, this is the notification bar, by the way. If you get notifications, they'll kind of show up there. And then when you exit, there is a curtain call, which is basically your AI summary of the notifications you got. So nobody messaged you and you say, no, this has been perfectly quiet, no notifications were blocked, great focus, whatever. Yeah. So then you can go back to the main screen. There's a to-do list where you can type stuff down and then study. And then when you're done with them, you can just click them off. And again, if you want to exit, just exit it. And then it's a curtain call again, following the empty theater theme. And yeah, that's more or less it. The code snippets, I feel like it's kind of redundant. Nobody's gonna be coding here. There's no way for somebody code on their mobile phone. But anyway, yeah. So that's that. And yeah, that's basically the app.
Great, great. Maybe Firdaus will be vibe coding in there. So, but yeah. Hey, you're back. You're back. No, yeah, didn't mean to throw you under the bus there, but no, I think the platform itself, there's definitely an appeal. I like the color choices and stuff too. Was there anything, like the same question to you too, that you would like to add or modify if you had a bit more time?
I mean, I think after a few more minutes thinking about this, I think like the code snippets thing is useless. I will probably remove that.
Mhm.
Basically, and I think Elijah's like AI mode is actually very useful. If I could like add that in, that would be quite cool. I mean, well, of course the difference is just like, oh, what's the difference with me just using that compared to like I could just go and talk to chat. So I'm gonna have to find a way to probably like I don't know, like it saves into your straight directly into your project or something, like it can straight away help you code it in your project or something like that. If you can somehow connect it and make it a full circle, it'll be more enticing, I guess. Enticing, yeah.
Nice, thanks. I'll pass it to Chris.
Yeah. So because personally, I've not used any like apps that help you to focus. But I've seen some advertisement talking about it, and then the concept is pretty similar. So I'm not sure. Have you ever used an app like this before? And if you have, how are you going to differentiate yourself from them?
I haven't actually. I didn't even
Okay.
think about it. Yeah, I haven't. So yeah, I don't really have anything to differentiate, I guess. But
Okay,
yeah.
great. Okay, so got it. But for you, do you have a problem, or do you think you have a problem of being in the zone, or do you have you seen anyone having a problem of being focused?
I think the main target audience would be people who are probably having struggles with ADHD.
Okay.
I am not diagnosed, but I feel like I'm just like super dude. I can't sit still and do something for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I go
Okay.
to the
Okay. Great.
bathroom and whatever not. So that's probably the main use case. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. Understand. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. So Firdaus, I'll pass back to you.
Thank you, Chris and Romy. I think really cool also as well, Lucas, how you managed to vibe code, right, an app within a short space of time. I think you guys got tremendous talent, and yeah, it's a 30-minute sprint, right? Imagine the that we can unlock for you guys and unlock for the world, right? And the time to 1 day, right, based on what you have. And I think that was what AI could do for you guys. Okay, judges, you guys have kind of taken a look at both creations. Probably I'll give you guys about a minute to think through or even discuss with each other about the points that you want to give. So our judges will be scoring our competitors based on 100 points. 3 things basing their judging on. Concept, which is, how well does the solution solve the problem? How have they managed to use the lateral thinking component to embed into their solution? Articulation, how well they kind of articulated the idea, and of course, generative AI skills. So these are the 3 things that our judges will be judging our competitors on. And again, our competitors across all our games will be judged and the top 8 scorers will go through the quarters, and then we'll go through our semi-finals, and we'll go through our finals. So Romy and Chris, right? Whenever you guys are ready, let me know to give your final points to both Lucas and Elijah.
Just want to make sure that I'm invited back after sharing the points. No, just kidding. No, I will definitely want to be as encouraging as possible. So, but yes, I think
Right.
I
Yeah.
have
And
my I think I
of
have
course,
my
as you
point.
give the points, give us your
Reasons,
feedback as well of the solutions.
of course.
The reasoning. So again, just to Lucas and Elijah, I think this is amazing. You know, typically like in a hackathon, you get like 24 hours, but you get really fantastic using multimodal AI platforms that we have not seen. So thank you for that, because we'll be approaching them to sponsor our show, right? So I think that's fantastic. Okay, let's go to whether we really Chris, maybe you will kind of the points for both Elijah and Lucas, and your thoughts and feedback for the board and based on their solutions.
Yeah, okay. So I've given 65 to Elijah and 73 for Lucas. And just general feedback for the both participant. I think for myself, like I said just now, whenever I approach a problem, I will want to understand how, like in my personal own point of view, how I will want to tackle the problem, and then piece out the relevant elements or solution or pieces, so that I can come up with a solution to approach the problem, right? I think as of right now, using AI tool is cool and things like this, right? Because we can really come up with a very fast MVP, the basic version of the solution that we want to have, right, in order to push out to the market. But firstly, I think very importantly is how we want to tackle the problem. So for example, for me, the problem of not having enough focus, I would say that it is the problem of lacking of motivation instead of the focus itself. So how do I want to, if let's say this person or the user doesn't have motivation, how do I want to, spark the motivation? Or if let's say this particular person already have a motivation, how can I make sure that I align with whatever he's going to do next with his motivation, so that he can understand that, hey, if I complete this, then I'm closer to my motivation or my own goal, right? So this is how I would, make sure that they stay focused on their track and eventually reach their goal, right? So this is how I will approach the problem, right? So again, this is not, I'm not saying that you guys are not enough, all right? I think you guys, at your own capacity, you have done a very good job. But I would like to take the challenge, give you another challenge to take you further. And the challenge is to really understand what is the cause of the problem and what is the root of the problem, so that you can really, you can find out or observe what is the real solution to this kind of problem. Because usually the problem that we see, it is just the surface, right? But when you go deep, deep dive into the problem itself, usually the cause is by something else. Yeah, so that's the feedback that we have.
Thank you so much for that, Chris. Okay, you to review your points.
I think he's saying me, so a little cut off, but all good. No problem. So yes, in terms of scoring, I gave Elijah 60, so and also Lucas I gave a 79. Um, the reasoning, like when I did gave my initial feedback when they first completed, when I said, what would they want to change or add of time, I feel that, in competition mode and this short time restricted environment, sometimes it doesn't allow them to open up. Like as a creative, I actually need space and time to do this. When you're in these competition mode, definitely is a little bit different. So definitely kudos to both of Lucas and Elijah for being able to bring their game today. I really enjoyed the one button of Elijah's screen to start. I think there is just probably more the tool side of things that was more restrictive, and Lucas was able to kind of bring out a bit better, I think, in terms of, if it was them competing against each other. I think Chris also stated a very good point about who are the current players in this field. I think we should always start out with that. I believe a lot of the problems in the world are people want to solve already. So this is a problem that has been looked at, I'm sure, by other people too. When we take a look at what the industry has already, we can always use that as a starting point so that we don't have to create everything ourselves. So this is a suggestion that I'd love to give to both Elijah and Lucas is take a look at the environment first, what's there, and easily you can take the website and just get AI of any platform to reiterate in your own format of how can I make this better potentially, and then add the different kind of mode of the empty stage to make it competition worthy for this specific competition. What I really enjoyed about what Lucas delivered was the curtain call was awesome. The holding the button to exit, I think, was fantastic. These ideas are actually make you stop. I agree to some extent what Chris is talking about. What creates distraction is when you don't have enough drive to keep you interested in one topic. But I also see the other side too, though. Like I think as an older person now, because we have a focus that we have been driving for so long that we forget that companies are trying to use marketing to constantly capture our attention. And for younger folks that are starting out in their careers or their lives or even school, if they don't even have an idea what they want to do, they might be very easily distracted by a bunch of different ads and TikTok, short form videos, and all that. So I really enjoyed kind of what both Elijah and Lucas were trying to do today from their perspective, and I kind of see that Gen Z side a little bit more now too. I'm like, wow, if I were back then, I don't know, I'd probably like just be clicking on all the ads, which is what most people are doing right now even. So but yeah, so kudos to both. I gave Lucas, like I said, a 79, and then Elijah, great job too, a 60. I would love to see both of your ideas combine actually. The initial ad that Lucas created, I think of the app on the table, the kind of gigantic iPhone, almost like a mini iPad. That one with kind of the laser is kind of this like line art, I think was fantastic. And even the screensaver where the relax mode, that was awesome too. So those are features that I believe that if I had an app in front of me, or yeah, it's weird. They don't really have a screensaver for the phone other than, like me as my family. But like I think that feature would be fantastic because
Right.
I won't get distracted. Like that's the thing. It's even if I had my focus, Chris, I believe I'm very driven in my goal of elevating people's presence and stuff. But when there's something interesting and funny on my screen, I'm gonna jump onto it and send it to a bunch of people. So it's like, how can we do both? Allow people to be driven, build their drive towards something that they love, but also minimize distraction. I think if we can tackle from both ends,
Yes.
that'll be fantastic. So
Yes,
but no,
I think this discussion is perfect because this is how we are able to define what is the core belief of
Yes.
how we want to tackle a certain problem so that we can find a solution. So for me, it is understanding and motivation, and for Romy is I'm already motivated. I just don't want distractions, right? So if we are able to combine these two things together, these are the elements of how we come up with a more complete solution.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I'd love to see Elijah and Lucas actually work together since they're classmates already. So I'm sure they will be doing it in the future. But no, great job, guys. Really, congratulations. So awesome. We'll pass it back to Firdaus. Or we can keep going, no problem. So, Elijah, so how do you feel about the results that we provided? Same thing with Lucas. Any one of you that want to start?
I mean, to me, it makes much more sense because like Lucas able to create such I would say more detailed product than me. But yeah, nothing to say. Yeah, I mean, quite. Yeah, to me, it's just a new experience because it allows me to explore what other AI tools are there. Like I didn't know the one that Lucas using is actually there, which could be very beneficial to our assignment right now. Yeah.
Elijah sounds like Lucas haven't been doing the assignment.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think that's a big idea behind it. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And yes, for
Okay,
you,
hi
Lucas,
everyone.
how do you
Okay, I'm
feel?
back.
Oh,
Okay.
1 second. Yeah, but
Go ahead,
basically,
Lucas. Go ahead.
I think
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
it was, yeah, I was just honestly, it was all luck. The way I found the app, I thought it was a search bar. I'm not even joking. I was trying to look for like the video generations one, so I typed in video and I entered, and then and then it started making an app. I was like, oh, it does that. Sick. Like so then I tried it and I was like, hey, okay. So I'm sure Elijah would have done better if he had the kind of if he had that platform as well. I still don't know how to access it. I'm gonna have to find a way to use it for assignment.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of love between the both of you, like Lucas and Elijah. A lot of bromance going on, like hey there, I'm better, stuff. And I agree with what Romy and Chris said. Both of you guys have got really good concepts, and because you guys are comp science guys, we'll find an opportunity where you guys can work as a team. I think that will be really a formidable pair. But thank you so much, Lucas and Elijah, for coming on board for the past 1 hour or so. You guys are fantastic. Great points. We'll be putting up the table for you guys, and thanks for joining us, everyone. Catch us in our next game, right? Coming up later in the afternoon, where we have another 2 competitors competing on solving some of these problems as well, right? Till then, thanks for joining in, right? Again, this is the Mastercup series. Top 8 goes to the quarterfinals, and we have just started with our first 2 competitors. So see you guys in our next stream.